Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Walter Brown Arena on the campus of Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you some high school girls hockey action between the visiting Framingham High Flyers and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. As you can see, players not quite out on the ice yet. We're set for a 6 p.m. puck drop. Might end up being a little later. It'll depend. We might see the players in a couple of minutes, as it is about 7 of 6 at this moment. And they usually get about 5 minutes of warm-up skating before things get underway. The Warriors, of course, coming off a strong 4-1 victory over the North Quincy Co-op back on Monday, led by some stellar offensive efforts from the freshman forward pairing of B. Palmer and Shayna Blankstein-Chin, the two rookies combining for 3 goals and 3 assists, both assisting each other on every single one of those goals. Of course, the 4th goal of the game coming from Izzy Pace, assisted by Olivia Boyd. And of course, can't discount the strong efforts in net of Rosie Carew-Lyons, as she also had a number of really nice saves. Quincy got some strong breakaway chances, but couldn't get any of them past the Brookline netminder. Looks like some of the Framingham players are just arriving now, so we're probably going to be starting a little behind, so that is what it is. But in the meantime, we can look a little bit more at these two teams. First, let's take a look at the power rankings. Most recently released on January 27th. So that was last Thursday that these power rankings were released. And I think I'm actually looking in the wrong division. How about that? Give me a second here. Here we go. So Brookline in the most recent power rankings in Division II girls ice hockey from the MIAA. Again, this coming from last Thursday. Brookline was ranked 34th with a record of 5-5. Obviously, since then, they got that win over North Quincy. Meanwhile, Framingham, higher in the rankings at 21. At the time of those rankings, they were 3-1-1 was their record at that time last Thursday. So records might have changed for them since then. Obviously, the record for Brookline has, as they did get the win over Quincy to improve to 6-5. Apologies about that. Had to step away from the mic for a sec, but I am back. And as we continue to wait for the teams to come out, how about we take a look at the rosters for these two squads? We'll start with the visitors, the 21st ranked Framingham High Flyers. Going in order of jersey number, first we have a freshman, number 1, Liz Luong. A sophomore, number 2, Carolyn Cotta. A senior, number 3, Molly Holker. A junior, number 4, Brooke Anderson. Another junior, number 5, Ryan Taylor. A freshman, number 6, Zoe Yale. A sophomore, number 7, Mackenzie Coleman. A junior, number 8, Amber Welch. A freshman, number 9, Maggie Robinson. A freshman, number 10, Heidi Holker. A senior, number 11, Charlotte Fells. A junior, number 12, Sophia Tersoni. A sophomore, number 13, Alex Russo. A junior, number 14, Christina Fludaris. A junior, number 16, Molly Clark. A sophomore, number 17, Katie Quinn. A senior, number 18, Rachel Nyberger. A senior, number 19, Logan Steele. A senior, number 21, Izzy Ventura. A senior, number 22, Ava Sullivan. A junior, number 23, Mason Pumala. A freshman, number 24, Tatum Villa. And a junior, number 30, McCall Franklin. So that is the roster for the Framingham High Flyers. Now let's read off the roster for the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Starting off, we have a freshman, number 4, Casey McCarthy. A junior, number 7, Julia Janowski. A junior, number 8, Grayson Davis. A junior, number 9, Riley Lackey. A freshman, number 10, Birdie Hawkins. A junior, number 11, Sophia Hauser. A junior, number 12, Diane Lee. A freshman, number 13, Shayna Blankstein Chin. A senior, number 15, Maeve Lastly. A freshman, number 16, B. Palmer. A freshman, number 17, Izzy Pace. A freshman, number 18, Swayjin Koo. A senior, number 19, Olivia Boyd. A freshman, number 21, Etta Reed. A senior, number 22, Caroline Driscoll. A freshman, number 32, Aurora Charbonneau. A junior, number 35, Rosie Carew Lyons. A sophomore, number 37, Meredith Alland. A sophomore, number 42, Maddie Driscoll. A senior, number 44, Zoe Henrik. A junior, number 77, Jenna Rosetto. And a senior team manager, Kellen McNamara. Head coach of the Brookline High girls hockey team is Nick Sama, with assistant coaches Carly Radovich and Mark Haley. So that is the roster for this Brookline High girls hockey team, as we still await the team's arrivals for their pregame skates. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Walter Brown Arena on the campus of Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts. Like I said, Brookline coming into this one a 6-5 record, having just vaulted themselves above 500 with a big win over Quincy, North Quincy, 4-1. That one. Palmer and Chin leading the way, as the forward pairing combined for 3 goals and 3 assists. 3 goals and 3 assists combined. Each would have been insane, but they combined. Palmer had 2 goals and 1 assist. Chin had 1 goal and 2 assists. They each assisted on each other's goals. Chin's goal also got a secondary assist from Jenna Rosetto. And the other goal was scored by Izzy Pace another freshman forward, assisted by one of the senior co-captains, Olivia Boyd. So a freshman scoring fest for Brookline on Monday. We'll see what we get here today. As you can see, probably at the top of your screen, I have a little bit of a makeshift scoreboard going on here. You can see what period it is and how much, what the score is. You know, something I'm experimenting with. You know, oftentimes folks are like, "How? You know, what part of the game is it? What period is it? How much time is left? What's the score?" And while I try and say the score as frequently as possible, there are still people who miss it, and so I'm hoping that something like this will be able to alleviate that problem, because obviously folks can't be looking at the scoreboard, you know, at all times because it's not always showing in the shot. So let me know if this is helpful for you guys, and let me know if there's anything you would like changed about it. I know it's pretty basic right now. You know, like I said, just getting started, just experimenting with it a little bit as we await the arrival of the two teams. Like I said, we're starting a little late here. The Framingham Flyers arrived a little bit late to this one. We were set for a 6 p.m. puck drop. It is now 6:05, and I think Framingham honestly only arrived like a little less than 10 minutes ago. Remember, as always, if you end up enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you can stay up to date on all of my upcoming live streams. I'll have another one for girls hockey this Saturday, as they will be hosting local rival Newton North. That will be happening one day after the basketball teams take on Newton North. And I've been booked to cover both basketball games on Friday, the 4 o'clock boys game at Newton North and the 6:30 girls basketball game at Schluntz Gym here at Schluntz Gym in Brookline. Both of those on Friday. So it's going to be a weekend full of Brookline against Newton North, and you know that's going to be electric. The two schools are always going at it. Strong rivalry, and obviously this year has been a particularly special one. The two boys soccer teams meeting in the state championship game and going down to double overtime, almost going to penalty kicks before Brookline came away with the win and the title. And of course, Brookline football getting the job done on Thanksgiving, you know, getting their first Thanksgiving win over Newton North in 10 years. And then, of course, boys hockey went to overtime in a game against Newton North earlier this very winter. And even the boys basketball teams went down to the wire in their last meeting. So I'm excited for both Friday and Saturday. You know, going to be a lot of good games this weekend. So be sure to tune in for that, and subscribe to the channel will help you staying tuned for that. And as always, I encourage you to participate in the live chat. You can shout out your favorite players, your favorite teams, something as simple as that. You can, you know, give your own thoughts or insights on what's happening in the game. You can shout out other folks watching across the internet. Or if there's anything you want to say to me, you know, if you want to say, like, hey, you're pronouncing this player's name wrong, you know, please correct me on that if you notice that, because I want to give these young student athletes the best possible coverage I can get. If you want to say, hey, that scoreboard is really helpful. Make sure you keep that up in future games. Or, hey, that scoreboard is terrible. Maybe don't do it like that. You know, anything, positive or negative, doesn't matter. I encourage any and all feedback. But of course, for right now, where we are simply playing the waiting game. And here we go. We got our first players coming out on the ice. Here come the Brookline Warriors. Your patience is paying off, folks. We are soon going to have some hockey. As the home team, Brookline High Warriors, take to the ice their white jerseys with red stripes and dark blue jersey numbers. Once again, the roster for Brookline: number 4, Casey McCarthy; number 7, Julia Janowski; number 8, Grayson Davis; number 9, Riley Lackey; number 10, Birdie Hawkins; number 11, Sophia Hauser; number 12, Diane Lee; number 13, Shayna Blankstein Shin; number 15, Maeve Lastly; number 16, B. Palmer; number 17, Izzy Pace; number 18, Swayjin Koo; number 19, Olivia Boyd; number 21, Edda Reed; number 22, Caroline Driscoll; number 32, Aurora Charbonneau; number 35, Rosie Carew Lyons; number 37, Meredith Allen; number 42, Maddie Driscoll; number 44, Zoe Henrik; and number 77, Jenna Rosetto. With senior team manager Kellen McNamara, head coach Nick Sama, and assistant coaches Carly Radovich and Mark Haley. And now here come the visitors, donning dark blue jerseys with silver jersey numbers. Here come the Framingham High Flyers. Once again, the roster for the Flyers: number 1, Liz Luong; number 2, Carolyn Cotta; number 3, Molly Holker; number 4, Brooke Anderson; number 5, Ryan Taylor; number 6, Zoe Yale; number 17, Mackenzie Coleman; number 8, Amber Welch; number 9, Maggie Robinson; number 10, Heidi Holker; number 11, Charlotte Fells; number 12, Sophia Tersoni; number 13, Alex Russo; number 14, Christina Fluderos; number 16, Molly Clark; number 17, Katie Quinn; number 18, Rachel Nyberger; number 19, Logan Steele; number 21, Izzy Ventura; number 22, Ava Sullivan; number 23, Mason Pumala; number 24, Tatum Villa; and number 30, McCall Franklin. Our two teams now out on the ice. Clock reads a little less than 4 minutes on the pregame clock, as we are almost ready to get this one underway. Like I said, in last Thursday's power rankings, Brookline came in ranked 34th in Division II, while Framingham took the number 21 spot. So on paper, Framingham the favorite in this one. But we'll see. Game's got to be played on the ice. Of course, Brookline coming up off of a strong win against the Division I Quincy North Quincy Co-op. That was ranked 17th in Division I. So you can't always trust the ratings on paper. You gotta play the game. Looking at the Warriors warming up over on the left side, it looks like we will see number 35, Rosie Carew Lyons in net. Carew Lyons coming off a, I would say, a pretty strong effort against Quincy North Quincy back on Monday. Those of you who watched my live stream of that one, you know that while Brookline may have had the shot advantage and ultimately the scoring advantage over the Presidents, it wasn't like Carew Lyons got an easy outing. You know, I would say she faced arguably some of the toughest shots of the night, many of them coming from some really talented forwards on that Quincy North Quincy squad. But she managed to hold them to a single goal. Looking over at Framingham, you see them trading off between their two potential netminders, number 1, Liz Luong, and number 30, McCall Franklin. So we'll see between the two of them which one gets the start in net here tonight. Less than a minute left on the pregame clock as the Dropkick Murphys are playing. And you know, here in the Boston area, when Shipping Up to Boston starts playing, you know things are about to get rockin'. And that's exactly the situation here. Things about to get rockin', as we will soon have the start of this Division II girls ice hockey matchup between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. There's the horn. And we are about ready to get this one started. The two teams huddled up on either side. And soon, the PA announcer, as inaudible as it is, will take over for our pregame ceremonies. You can see the two squads huddled around their respective coaches. And with the late start, we might actually be skipping pregame ceremonies. I didn't think about that possibility. We might not get starting lineups. We might not get the anthem. We might just be going. And indeed, we're just going to get going. As you see, the Framingham starters coming out onto the ice now, the Brookline starters. McCall Franklin, number 30, will be starting between the pipes for Framingham. And as I said, number 35, Rosie Carew Lyons for Brookline. It is Caroline Driscoll for Brookline, Mackenzie Coleman for Framingham here on the opening face-off. Here we go. Opening faceoff is controlled by Brookline. It goes back to number 77, Jenna Rosetto. She launches it into the Framingham end. It's tipped. Oh, dangerous chance already saved by Franklin, as that was almost a gimme goal for Brookline early. Sophia Hauser pushes it back inside and now launches a shot, and it's caught by Franklin for the score. That was a near goal. I think it was either Olivia Boyd or Izzy Pace who almost was given a gift there. As the two teams make a switch. A face-off in the Framingham end now is tipped back to Hauser. Hauser tries an insert. Weird deflection. Palmer had it for a second, poked away from her. Goes back, a shot from Rosetto. Now deflects to Chin. Shot saved by Franklin. Almost a juicy rebound, but cleared out by Coleman. Now battling for it in the corner. Framingham working on the clear. They get it through to the neutral zone. It is deflected away and now taken by Hauser, but then stolen away by Framingham. Weird deflection off the skate of the official, and now Brookline resets. Rosetto tries to pass to Hauser. It's off the mark. Almost an opportunistic steal for Framingham, but now Chin's pass misses Palmer. It's chased down by Framingham's number 13 as Palmer rips it away from her. Pass back, deflects from Lackey. Turning around and shooting is Janowski, but it's blocked. Palmer chases down the rebound, trying to fight her way through several defenders, but it can't get through that many. Riley Lackey keeps it on the attack. And now Shayna Chin keeping it on the attack. It's pinned to the boards. As a few players scrumming for it. Now Lackey sending it up the line, but it's blocked by number 22, Ava Sullivan. Cleared out into the neutral zone and controlled by Brookline. I think that was number 12, Diane Lee, who hit that one forward. Now Framingham recovering it, but it's stolen by Riley Lackey. Lackey now gaining the blue line, skating by herself as Brookline makes a change. Shot is saved by Franklin. Brookline in control early in this one, an early 3-0 advantage on shots here in the first 2 minutes. Face-off won by Framingham, sent off the boards, but then stolen away by Boyd. Boyd passes for Driscoll, shot saved by Franklin again. McCall Franklin busy here in the first period. And Brookline is keeping her busy. Face-off goes back to Boyd, passes off the mark and stolen away by Framingham. Stolen back by Boyd and keeps it on the attack. Sends it to the back. Taken by Driscoll. Driscoll tries to pass. Not there. Rosetto can't recover it, but Boyd chases it down and passes for Driscoll again. Driscoll turning around. Backhand pass to Boyd. Boyd sends it in. Deflection. Juicy, but it's covered up by Franklin. Big chance on the deflection there, and Izzy Pace was right there to put that one home, but just didn't get the bounce they needed. 5-0 now on shots in favor of Brookline, with 12:34 left here in the first period. Face-off is won by Palmer, but her shot is blocked. Janowski chases it down around the boards, skating around the corner, tries a pass, but it's deflected right back to Janowski, and they're still scrumming for it along the back, ultimately controlled by the Flyers. Long pass lifts past the target. It's going to be chased down by Sophia Hauser. No icing. Hauser passes it out of there, gets it to Janowski, who tries to pass for Chin, off the mark, sent back into the attack zone. Rosetto trying to clear it out, deflected by number 12, Sophia Tersoni. Hauser chases it down, sends it around the boards. Keeping on the attack is Pumala, passes back to number 4, almost a chance for Coleman, number 7, off the pass from number 4, Brooke Anderson, but now Brookline is able to clear it out. Again, no icing as Franklin stops it with her stick. The reset by the Flyers. They send it into the neutral zone. Lackey recovers it, passes it over for Diane Lee, who fights off the defender and hands it off to Boyd. Boyd's pass deflected but recovered by Lee. Lee lifts it into the Framingham end. Flyers now working on the clear. Deflects into open ice, now stolen. This is Driscoll, fires a shot, saved by Franklin. Still yet no shots on net for the Framingham Flyers, as it's been Brookline who's been flying early here in the first period. 11:15 on the clock, still no score. Face-off goes all the way down into open ice. Lackey chases it down, sends it along the boards. Chased down by Framingham's number 11, trying to clear it out, gets it ahead to number 9. A couple of quick passes. And trying to push it ahead, still fighting for it. Feeds a pass, but broken up. Lee trying to clear it out. And now it's shoved up against the boards. Couple players wrestling for it. That's number 24, Tatum Villa, who ultimately pushes it forward, and now it's covered up by Rosie Carew Lyons. Brookline end face-off now. Face-off is controlled by Framingham. Long shot is blocked by Gray Davis. Now a long pass ahead, deflects away from Davis and is recovered by number 13, passed ahead to number 6. It goes into the attack zone, couldn't be controlled cleanly by number 6, Zoe Yale. But Yale now trying to fight for it. Oh, almost a juicy deflection towards the slot, but nobody was there. It's collected by Hauser. Hauser, a long pass across, finds her target. That was Janowski, but her hit is broken up by Charlotte Fells. Fells trying to work on the clear. She just sends it around the boards. Janowski, the first one there. Cut off now by number 2, Carolyn Cotta. Cotta trying to skate her way through. Can't do it. Broken up by Palmer. Loose puck taken by Davis. Pass for Janowski. She can't reach it. Janowski tries to chase down the recovery. Trying to fend off a defender. She does. Skating through. Still looking for an opening. Comes out the back. Juicy chance. Turning around and a shot goes wide from Palmer. Palmer sends it off the boards. Taken away, but then taken back by Brookline. Kicked into open ice. And then taken away by Yale, who then missed the pass there as she was going for the switch. Line change providing some confusion on Framingham's end, as now Brookline takes over. Couple quick passes, it's across the blue line. That's Palmer sending it into the corner. Olivia Boyd chases that one down, poked away for a second by Anderson. Boyd still fighting for it. Backhand pass almost found home, but instead stolen away by number 23, Mason Pumala. Number 12 brings it across the blue line. Now it's launched around the boards. Pumala tracks it down along the back. Tries a pass, but it goes off the back of the net. And staying with it, this is Sullivan. A long shot saved by Carew Lyons. That one was low-key a really good chance for Framingham. They had Carew Lyons well screened, and she just barely got that pad save. As now Framingham resets on the attack, they just launch it into the Brookline end while they make a switch, and that's actually going to be icing. 8 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the first period. Still no score. Brookline with a 6-2 shot advantage, but Framingham has got each of the last 2 shots. After the icing, the faceoff is won by Framingham. It's being chased down in the corner, stolen away by Janowski. Janowski surrounded on all sides by Flyers. She keeps it pinned to the boards, waiting for some help. Puck goes loose. Oh, a juicy chance. Shot saved by Franklin. Some good fighting from Janowski and Palmer to get the big one-timer chance for Gray Davis. But another save by McCall Franklin keeps it scoreless. Face-off controlled by the Flyers. This is Sullivan skating with it. Lifts it off the boards, finds Villa. Villa pushes it ahead, but Hauser pushes it back. Number 4, Anderson chasing it down. Sending it around the boards, now stolen away by Palmer. Palmer forces it back to Rosetto. Rosetto has it stolen. Big chance for Framingham. They got a 3-on-1, but an aggressive defensive effort by Sophia Hauser ends that run immediately. Unhesitatingly, Sophia Hauser puts an end to that offensive run as B. Palmer now trying to skate it out. Clear attempt does not work. Number 13, Russo, keeps it in play. As now Janowski controlling the puck for Brookline, coming around the back. Gets around Villa. Deflected away, but Davis pushes it all the way back to number 12. Now the pass off the boards intercepted by Janowski. Janowski launches it into the Framingham end. Going around the back, taken by number 12, Tersoni. Pass deflects, stolen by Brookline. This is Izzy Pace trying to bring it around the back. Pass for Driscoll. Driscoll tries to send it to the middle. Oh, just off the mark. Lackey tried to keep it in play, but it is ultimately cleared out by the Flyers. Chased down by Diane Lee. Lee skating with it, gets it into the neutral zone. Collides with Yale, but it's recovered by Driscoll. Driscoll gains the blue line. A long shot is blocked by Cotta and covered up by Franklin. 6:09 on the clock here in the first period. Still no score. Brookline the 8-2 shot advantage. And we got another face-off in the Framingham end. Won by Brookline. It goes all the way back to Lackey. Pass for Boyd. Boyd to Driscoll. Shot doesn't quite land. And another attempted pass off the mark. Intended, I believe, for Pace. As Diane Lee keeps it in play. Pace chases it down around the back. Coming around. Pass is blocked. But right back to Pace. Passes back to Lackey. Now back over to Pace. Pace a pass to Boyd. Boyd shot saved by Franklin again. A number of great chances for Brookline to score here in this first period. But no positive results yet as McCall Franklin has been a wall. 5:44 on the clock here in the first. Face-off goes back to Janowski. Janowski pushes it into the corner. And the puck is wrestled, almost wrestled loose, but Framingham manages to get the clear. This is Pumala sending it off the boards for herself, but getting tripped up by Hauser's check. And now Hauser pushes it off the boards for Janowski. Pass ahead, finds Chin. Wrestled away by, I believe, Tersoni. As she sends it off the boards for Pumala. But too crowded there. Pumala gets a pass away to, I believe, Sullivan. Pass ahead, finds its target. Broken up, and that's an offside. They didn't time it right. Tersoni was still across the line when Coleman crossed. 5:01 left here in the first. We got a neutral zone face-off and a scoreless game here in the first period. Face-off gets pushed all the way down to the Framingham end. It's chased down by Russo. Russo lifts it ahead, finds Pumala. Pushed ahead to Coleman, who launches it into the Brookline end. And that's going to be icing. .447 on the clock. A 9-2 shot advantage still for Brookline, but no score from either side. Face-off is sent to the boards. Attempted clear is recovered by Lee. Tries to send a pass. It gets away from everybody. Chased down by number 9. Pass goes right to Izzy Pace. Tries a shot, blocked. A backhand pushed by Boyd, but pushed aside by Franklin. Another attempted clear for the Flyers. They do get it into the neutral zone. And they recover the loose puck. Number 9 was skating with it, but stolen away by Driscoll. They do push it into the attack end, and this one is going to be covered up by Carew Lions. .413 now on the clock here in the first period as both teams make a switch. Face-off is ultimately controlled by Brookline. Rosetto tries to send it around the boards. Almost stolen away by number 19, Logan Steele. But it remains pinned to the boards and won by Julia Janowski. It's sent into the neutral zone, but deflected away from Palmer. Chased down by Sullivan, but stolen back by Palmer. Pass back to Janowski. Janowski skating with it. Tries a pass, deflects over to Chin. Chin sends it off the boards for Janowski. Janowski turns around, pass, finds her target, pass, misses Palmer, too well covered. Recovered by Hauser, sending it around the corner. Hauser still chasing after it, gets a pass to Janowski. Janowski sends one back to Palmer. Long shot is immediately blocked by Yale. Rosetto sends it back into the attack zone. It's recovered by Sullivan, who manages to push it into the neutral zone. Now Brookline takes it back after making a switch. Gaining the blue line. This is Boyd skating through. A chance shot saved by Franklin. Olivia Boyd almost making things happen herself. Taking that puck in the neutral zone, skating around several defenders for a nice chance at the net. But again, McCall Franklin standing tall. Faceoff goes right to Boyd. Immediate shot is blocked. Rebound chased down by Driscoll, but she's pinned to the boards. She escapes with the puck, though. Comes around, tries to poke it home, but it's stopped by Franklin. Puck is sent loose and ultimately gets into the neutral zone. This is Coleman skating with it for Framingham. Shot is blocked from behind. Davis chases it down, but it's stolen by Coleman. Almost a big pass, but Caroline Driscoll was right there. Pushes it ahead to Boyd. Boyd skating with it across the blue line. Turning around, fires a long shot, caught out of the air by Franklin. 2:31 left here in the first. The shot disparity of this one, 13-2 in favor of Brookline, but nothing yet to show for it. Still a scoreless game. Face-off is won by Palmer. Rosetto, the one-timer, is blocked by Franklin. Janowski passes it along the backboards, goes to the corner. Chased down and wrestled away. Loose puck is being chased down along the boards. Ultimately wrestled loose by number 11 for Framingham. Chin trying to keep it in play, but it's recovered again by number 11, Charlotte Fells. Fells gains the blue line. Long shot caught out of the air by Carew Lions. 2:02 now on the clock here in the first of what has been a very exciting period, but still no score. Face-off is controlled by Brookline. It's sent back to Diane Lee. Lee tries to send a backhand pass, but whiffs. Dangerous chance, almost put home there. And I think we're going to have our first penalty of the day, as Maggie Robinson had a juicy chance from the slot, but got tangled up, and I think getting tangled up is going to result in a penalty call against Brookline, and it will. This will be against number 9, Riley Lackey. So despite the immense shot advantage for Brookline, it is Framingham going on the power play here at the end of the period. 1:50 left, so there will still be 10 seconds of power play to start the second period unless there's a score. Robinson skating with it. Her defender slips, and they pass it along. Sullivan barely recovers it, keeps it across the blue line. Pass over to Anderson. Anderson launches a shot, blocked immediately by Boyd. Boyd tries to clear it, but nothing doing. Anderson, a long shot. Juicy chance, but can't be poked home by Robinson. Now a long clear from Diane Lee, all the way to the back. Anderson gets there first. Resetting as a long pass goes right to Driscoll and right back into the Framingham end and around the boards. Framingham skating with it. Pass ahead is not controlled well and stolen away by Shayna Chin. Back into the Framingham end it goes. We're a minute through the power play. Sullivan back. Now a long shot from Fells is deflected wide, controlled by Brookline, and this will close out the period. 10 seconds remain on the penalty against Riley Lackey, and we'll start the second period on the power play for Framingham. But through one, the score, Brookline 0, Framingham 0. As we head into first intermission, I'm happy to say that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Harvest Wealth Management. We have a message for all you parents out there listening to the game who are thinking about how you're going to pay for college for your young student athletes. It's never too early to start planning for college, especially if you think you'll need financial aid. The average cost of a private four-year college in the U.S. today is over $50,000 a year. And if your student is interested in one of the many top-tier colleges in the Boston area, the cost could exceed $70,000 a year. But don't despair. There are many financial aid and other college funding strategies available to you to reduce your out-of-pocket college costs by tens of thousands of dollars per child per year. But you need to start early. Be proactive and learn the financial aid rules to take advantage of these strategies. Harvest Wealth Management of Needham, Massachusetts can help you realize your student's college dream. Harvest Wealth Management is a full-service financial planning firm. They specialize in helping families with college-bound children maximize their financial aid and utilize other tax-driven strategies to reduce college costs. For many families in the middle class today, it is impossible to save enough for their children's college education. But Harvest Wealth Management believes it is not about saving more for college, but paying less. They can design a customized college funding strategy for your child and lead you through the financial aid process, which can be confusing and where mistakes can be costly. So don't stress. Call Oliver Shawley at Harvest Wealth Management, 781-902-0981, and ask for a complimentary meeting. Or visit them online at harvestwm.com to learn more. Again, that is Harvest Wealth Management, LLC, at 75 2nd Avenue, Suite 420, Needham, Massachusetts, 02494. Call 781-902-0981 or go online at harvestwm.com. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. So again, scoreless through one here at Walter Brown Arena. As we get ready now for the second period. Again, big thanks to Harvest Wealth Management for sponsoring this broadcast. You can find out more information about them down in the description section of this video. And if you know of any local business that might be interested in sponsoring these broadcasts, getting the word out about their business to the Brookline High faithful, let them know they can reach out to me. My email address is jgms88@gmail.com. That is also in the description of this video, as is the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Be sure to check that out. And of course, if you're enjoying the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I encourage all of you to participate in the live chat. Let me know what you're thinking about the game in front of you right now. But with that in mind, first intermission, no score. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Walter Brown Arena, and I'll be back for the second period. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, I am back on the mic, Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Walter Brown Arena on the campus of Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts, bringing you coverage of this Division II girls ice hockey matchup between the visiting Framingham High Flyers and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. As you can see from the little scoreboard I have there, top of your screen, we are no score going into the second period, as we see the visiting Framingham High Flyers starting to come out onto the ice. And they will be coming out into this period on the power play for the first 10 seconds, as a penalty was called late in the first on Brookline's Riley Lackey. 2-minute penalty that still has 10 seconds left on it to start the second period. And so here come the Flyers. And the Warriors are not far behind them. As we see the home team now coming out right behind them. (14-4) is the shot advantage so far this game in favor of Brookline, as they came out firing in that first period, but no scores to show for it, as Framingham netminder McCall Franklin has been a wall up to this point. Meanwhile, Brookline's Rosie Carew Lyons has not seen too much action, but has stopped all 4 shots that have come her way. And Framingham will be starting with 10 seconds of power play to begin this period. Kind of an awkward amount to start with when you're going to be having a face-off at center ice. You know, not necessarily the way, like if you were going to have a power play divided up between 2 periods, this isn't exactly the ideal division you would want if you're the team on the power play. I mean, scores can come quick in hockey, but if you're going to score from center ice in 10 seconds, things have to go pretty much perfectly. So out come the 2 teams. Franklin in net for Framingham, Carew Lyons in net for Brookline. The opening face-off of the second period, Mackenzie Coleman taking it for Framingham against Brookline's Olivia Boyd. Face-off is controlled by Brookline and immediately cleared into the Framingham end, and that'll instantly take all the time off of that penalty clock, and we're back on even strength. Framingham trying to skate it out, trying to clear it, but Olivia Boyd not letting them have it. A strong forecheck from the senior co-captain, but finally it's pushed through, but then pushed right back. Brookline barely crosses the blue line with proper timing as Izzy Pace now coming around. Pass off the mark, intercepted by Framingham, but then instantly broken up, and now stolen by Driscoll. Driscoll, a long pass to Boyd, just off the mark. Attempted clear is recovered. Lackey sends it in. Oh, almost put home by Driscoll. Almost put home again. Franklin is still a wall. Oh, how did that not go in? Oh my goodness, so many good chances for Brookline to push that one home, but Franklin has been an absolute wall. I don't even know how many shots on net you're supposed to mark for a play like that. That felt like it was at least 3 or 4, and the folks running the scoreboard aren't even sure. They haven't even touched it. Either way, Framingham now resetting on neutral ice. They send it into the Brookline end where it's taken by Diane Lee. Long pass intercepted. Chance for Robinson for a sec, but then broken up and taken by B. Palmer. Palmer trying to skate through, but has to fight through the forecheck. Pushes it ahead. Finds line mate Shayna Chin. Chin skating with it, gains the blue line, taps it over for Janowski. Janowski whiffs on the long shot. And it's sent over to Maggie Robinson. Pass ahead, finds its target. A long shot well wide. Off the ricochet, that's Tatum Villa, number 24, who pushed that one to the back. Now stolen away by Framingham again, but then it's stolen by Brookline. Long pass for Janowski. She doesn't control it cleanly, and so she's got to fight for that puck to get it into the attack zone as she gets it around Fells. Now it's pinned to the boards and recovered by Brookline. Pass just off the mark, aimed at Boyd, who is now skating out of the corner. Dangerous chance, but couldn't be pushed home. Now off the switch, Rosetto tried to make things happen, but couldn't quite do it. Or no, that was Pace, my mistake. Now on the counterattack, Framingham, a juicy chance, and that's in! Framingham strikes first off the deflection. The first goal of the game is scored by number 6, Zoe Yale. Skating on the counterattack, she got a shot off. It was deflected by a defender, but it deflected straight up and over the body of Rosie Carew Lyons to give Framingham a 1-0 lead. And after the intense shot advantage that Brookline's had all game, to suddenly find yourself trailing, that can take a lot of the air out of the balloon if they're not careful. But wrestling for it, Driscoll, a chance, oh, just whiffed by Pace. Defended by Zoe Yale. Now taking it is Carolyn Cotta. Cotta, a pass back, intercepted by Pace. Pace pushes it into the neutral zone. Chased down by Ava Sullivan. Pass over to number 12, Sophia Tersoni. Tries to clear it, but taken by Olivia Boyd, but she can't stay with it. Pace tried to take it back and send a pass, but nobody was there. Driscoll fighting for it in the corner. She takes the puck back. Pass is blocked by Brooke Anderson. Now sent to the boards where it's taken by Yale. Pinned to the boards once again. As they finally poke the puck loose, it's taken by Brooke Anderson. Anderson can't get past Brookline, as it's now tapped away by Franklin, and I think we're going to have a delayed penalty against Framingham, and there's the call. Once again, a defender just got too tangled up there. So now Brookline with a big chance to tie this one up, as this will be 2 minutes against number 4, Brooke Anderson. Brookline trails by 1 now on the power play. Faceoff goes back to Jenna Rosetto. Long shot is stopped by Franklin. And we'll go right back to the faceoff circle 5 seconds into the power play. Faceoff is scrummed for and ultimately taken by Framingham. And just skating with it now is Fells. Fells gets all the way across the blue line before it's finally taken back by Brookline, and they have to reset. Janowski skating with it through the neutral zone. Fighting her way through, gets a pass to Palmer, but she couldn't collect it cleanly. Now she recovers, dragging it. A pass is intercepted. Well defended there by, I think, Tersoni, as she pushes that one ahead. And that's going to go all the way down to the back, where it's going to be chased down by Sophia Hauser. Pass gets through, barely, to Rosetto. Long pass ahead to Janowski is taken by Fells, and a shot is turned away by Carew Lyons. The only shot on net for this power play so far coming against the shorthanded team. As now Brookline gains the blue line but loses track of the puck. Coming back around with it is B. Palmer. Palmer passes back, finds Hauser for the backhand. As now Blankstein Chin sends a pass across. It's taken by, I believe, Driscoll. Driscoll sneaking around the back, tries to put one home, turned away again by Franklin. And this puck is going to be cleared by Framingham. Oh, and Framingham might get there to the puck first, but Diane Lee barely gets to it and pushes it ahead. Brookline back on the attack, less than 30 seconds left in the penalty. Skating through, a shot is saved by Franklin off the stick of Izzy Pace. Whoops, I forgot to update the scoreboard. That's my mistake. New thing. My fault. Face-off is controlled by Brookline. A couple of passes. It goes back to Lee. Lee, a long shot saved by Franklin. Face-off goes to Olivia Boyd, pushed back to Lee. Lee barely keeps it across the blue line. Boyd trying to push it forward, and ultimately it's pushed in by Driscoll, but then taken and cleared out immediately by Ava Sullivan. This is going to end the penalty and put us back on even strength as the puck is chased down by Lee. Lee passes. The second pass almost misses Driscoll, but that pass deflects off a skate and is stolen away by Framingham. Skating with it, shot, save, Carew Lions. .56 on the clock here in the second period. Framingham leads Brookline 1-0 despite a 17-7 shot advantage in favor of the home team. Face-off is scrummed for. Tersoni tried to push it forward, but it's just going to be covered up by Carew Lions. Face-off is controlled by Framingham. Pass over to Fells. Long shot caught by Carew Lions. Framingham starting to find a rhythm here with a 1-0 lead, as they easily fend off Brookline's power play and are now starting to generate some pressure. Face-off sent to the boards, deflects back to Fells. Another long shot. No, it goes to Coleman, but now stolen away by Palmer. Palmer skating with it on the counter, bringing her speed. Oh, a defender fell. Big chance for Palmer. Oh, she couldn't score. Lost track of the puck. And now Framingham on the counter. They lose the puck quickly, and it's Hauser with it. Poked free by Pumala, recovered by Coleman. Coleman trying to get around a defender, launches a shot high and wide. Palmer was trying to skate with it, but it's poked loose by Tersoni. Tersoni pinned to the boards, tries to kick it, but it goes to Janowski. Long pass, misses Chin. And deflected back into the neutral zone. And now sent into the Brookline end. It's recovered by Rosetto. Rosetto sent off the boards to Janowski. Sent around. This is now Yale with it. Centering pass is deflected and stolen by Palmer. Palmer sends it off the boards. It's recovered by Sullivan. Sullivan pushes it back around the boards. Now taken by Chin. Now sent off the boards, and it goes to Janowski. Janowski sends it around the boards again. This time it's taken for a second by Yale, but then stolen away by Chen. Attempted clear is pushed back in by Sullivan. Framingham keeping up the pressure here in the second period, as Brookline again is trying to clear it. This one gets into the neutral zone, deflects off the stick of Sullivan, or not, it doesn't, because that's going to be an icing call. 7:05, and that was a rough shift for Brookline. And Framingham continues to lead 1-0. Face-off won by Framingham. Anderson sends it off the boards, whiffed by Villa. And now stolen away by Driscoll, sent into the neutral zone, where it's recovered again by Anderson, sent off the boards, and chased down by Diane Lee. Lee coming around the back, sends a pass ahead to Boyd. Her pass is deflected and taken by Sullivan, pushed back into the Brookline end. Again, Brookline cannot get any offensive pressure going at all right now. Puck is poked loose and taken by Brookline, and again, they are trying desperately to clear this one out and get something going, but can't quite do it as Maggie Robinson keeps it on the attack. Ball being sent around the corner. The puck, I should say. Davis sends it around, taken by Robinson, a pass off the mark, taken by Davis. Davis tries to clear, but recovered by Anderson. Long shot is sent right back out by Lackey. Brookline gets it into the neutral zone, but again, taken immediately by Anderson and launched back into the Brookline end. Sent back immediately into the neutral zone for Brookline, and they're now going to go on the attack for a second as Davis launches it into the Framingham end. And now Brookline goes on the forecheck as Tersoni sends it back to Sullivan. Sullivan gets tripped up as Coleman tries to send ahead. Weird ricochet, and it's taken by Brookline. Palmer passes for Chin. Chin couldn't control it cleanly. Anderson clears it out to the neutral zone. Taken by Hauser. Launched back in. Deflected by Anderson. And now I think we've got an offsides call against Brookline. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the second period. Still a 1-0 game in favor of Framingham. Face-off was controlled for a second by Tersoni, but deflects back, goes to Fells. Fells, pass ahead, misses Tersoni. Tersoni trying to steal it from Rosetto. It goes back to Fells. Fells sends it towards the slot, bounces away from everybody. Chin sends it around the boards. Now it's pinned to the boards and taken by Rosetto. Rosetto trying to pass it through. Weird ricochet, and it goes to Hauser. Hauser passing it ahead. It's recovered by Russo. Russo keeps it in the attack end for Framingham. Now Coleman with it, but loses it to Palmer. Palmer manages to get it away to Hauser. Hauser pass finds Chin. Chin passes for Palmer. Palmer through the neutral zone she goes. Gains the blue line, trying to force her way through. Can't do it, loses her footing. Taken away by Framingham. Now the puck pinned to the boards again. Janowski pokes it loose for Palmer. Palmer trying again, skate her way through. Palmer puts a shot, covered up by Franklin, and just barely cleared out. Now into the neutral zone. Framingham on the counterattack. This is Yale again. Whiffs on the shot, but her defender slips and falls. Some weird deflections, ultimately sent back out to Sullivan. Long shot turned away by Carew Lyons. As it goes all the way around the boards, it's going all the way back to the Framingham end. 4 minutes left in the second. Still 1-0 Framingham. Pass off the mark, but deflects ahead to, I believe, Logan Steele. As her pass deflects and is taken by Diane Lee. Passed ahead to Boyd, now over to Driscoll. Driscoll gains the blue line, gets around Anderson. Takes the puck around the back, tries to get a pass away, nothing there. Scrumming around the back, they get it away to Robinson, who can't quite clear it out, but does get it ahead to a teammate. Framingham gains the neutral zone. That pass goes off the skate of Villa and will go back to the Brookline end. Davis gets there first. To Pace, her pass intercepted. Dangerous push to the slot, but nobody there. Now Brookline skating on the counter. A long pass from Boyd is deflected and hit away by Framingham. Lee now trying to reset. Coming around the back. Pass is taken by Fells. And now pinned to the boards. Taken by Villa. Villa a long shot. Deflects. Robinson a big chance. Saved by Carew Lyons. And the rebound is poked loose but taken by Lee. Pass ahead finds Caroline Driscoll into the neutral zone. Gains the blue line all by herself against two defenders. She tries to come around. Still coming around the back, waiting for reinforcement. Sends a pass, finds Janowski. Janowski, the shot saved by Franklin. 2 minutes, 33 seconds left here in the second period. Framingham leads Brookline 1-0. Face-off goes to Janowski, pushed back to Rosetto. Long shot is blocked. Sullivan now skating with it into the neutral zone. It's pinned to the boards and then sent into open ice in the Framingham end. Anderson tries the long clear, taken by Brookline, pushed back into the Framingham end. Sullivan gets there first, coming around the back. Now a couple of passes, it gets past everybody, and that's going to go up the ice. It's now a race for it. And Framingham basically gets there first with 2 skaters. Rosetto has to fight them off, as now Brookline takes it and resets. Deflects back and a long pass off the mark, taken by Sullivan. Pass goes off the boards, misses its target. Brookline tries to push it through, but instead Sullivan sends it ahead to Tersoni. Tersoni gets smothered, but sends it into the corner. Rosetto chases it down, can't send it up the boards. Now stolen away by Brookline, sent around the back. This is Rosetto with it again, trying to push it through a couple of Framingham players, but they get the pass back to Fells. Shot, juicy chance, turned away by Carew Lyons. This is Cotta with it now. Cotta sends a pass back to Fells again. Fells, long shot is blocked. Janowski off the block, sends a pass, finds Chin. Chin gains the blue line. Long shot, saved by Franklin, drops it. Oh, Palmer almost sneaks it in, but can't do it. Now Framingham gets it into the neutral zone, pushed back into the Framingham end by Brookline, and it's taken by Russo. Alex Russo skating with it, less than a minute left, try and take advantage of a Brookline switch. Russo turns around, looking for a pass. Pass is broken up by Diane Lee. Lee skating around the back, 40 seconds left in the second period. Long pass deflects and finds Driscoll. Driscoll gains the blue line, gets around one defender, skating with it, pass. Oh, juicy chance, but again, too much traffic. Now Driscoll trying to steal it back on the forecheck. It's pinned to the corner, 20 seconds left. And now it's going to be a long clear out, perhaps too long, and that's going to go for icing. 12.9 seconds left in the second period. Brookline outshooting Framingham 20-10, but it is Framingham with the lead 1-0 off the goal by Zoe Yale. Face off. It goes into open ice, taken by Anderson. Attempted clear is stopped by Hauser. Hauser lifts it back towards the back end. Only 5 seconds left in the period. This should take us to the close. And there is the end of the second period. Your score after 2, the Framingham Flyers 1, the Brookline Warriors 0. The one score coming from Framingham freshman Zoe Yale, as a lucky deflection off a defender's stick floated the puck right over the netminder and into the back of the net. As we go into the break, I'd like to give a shout out to a local charity, the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. To date, 75 BHS students have received scholarships from this fund to help them as they build their futures. Your support is crucial to supporting Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, that's brooklinecommunity.org. And just like our paying sponsor, Harvest Wealth Management, you can also find more information about the Brookline Community Foundation in the description section of this video. You can find the link to their website and everything. Just as you can find information about our paying sponsor, Harvest Wealth Management, good local business. You can find more information about me, my email address if you want to contact me directly, jgms88@gmail.com. My personal website, jessesports.com, if you want to find out more about me, as well as a link to my Instagram account where I post highlights from previous games that I've streamed. Those of you who follow me on Instagram probably saw that I posted the 4 goals scored by Brookline in their win over Quincy on Monday. I posted that this morning. And, you know, we'll see what kind of highlights we get from today. But as always, if you're enjoying the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and participate in the live chat if there's anything you'd like to say. But in the meantime, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Walter Brown Arena, Framingham 1, Brookline 0. As we get ready for the third period, I will be back for the start of that third and final period of regulation. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Walter Brown Arena on the campus of Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this Division II high school girls hockey contest between the visiting Framingham High Flyers and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. I sincerely apologize, as it seems like the internet connection has decided to get a little spotty right here at the end. I don't know why it would do that, but it has, and so unfortunately there really isn't anything I can do about that. You know, the Wi-Fi is gonna Wi-Fi, as it were, but I'm hoping that it will stay smooth, and I'm gonna give you the best possible broadcast I can as we go forward. The score as we get ready to enter the third period of this contest is 1-0 in favor of the visiting Flyers. The lone goal coming in the second period off the stick of Framingham's number 6, Zoe Yale, and off the stick of a Brookline defender as an unlucky deflection floated into the air and over the awaiting body of the Brookline netminder, Rosie Carew Lyons. And that leaves us with the score where it is right now, in spite of a pretty strong shot advantage for Brookline, 20-11. Most of that difference, of course, coming from the first period where Brookline outshot Framingham 14-4, as Framingham actually managed to outshoot Brookline in the second period 7-6. As that goal did provide a pretty big momentum swing for the visiting Flyers. So as we get ready for the third period, Nicole Franklin returns to the net for Framingham. She's got 20 saves today, while the Flyers send out the line of Mackenzie Coleman, Mason Pumala, and I believe number 12, Sophia Tersoni, their forward line, while they send out a defensive pairing of Alex Russo and Charlotte Fells. Brookline sends out their line of Caroline Driscoll, Olivia Boyd, and Izzy Pace on the forward line. And here we go with the opening face-off, and it's controlled by Framingham. Pumala trying to force it forward, and just barely couldn't get it through as Driscoll tries to clear it out. Kept in play by Fells, but now pushed into the neutral zone by Driscoll. A race for the puck now in the Framingham end, and Fells gets there first. Tries to push it up the boards, finds Tersoni. Taken away by Driscoll. Driscoll now pushes it around the boards, chased down by Boyd. Boyd, a backhand pass, but just off the mark. Driscoll wasn't there, and it's going to go all the way back to the Brookline end. Carew Lyons is going to stop and cover it up as some Framingham skaters were coming up behind the defensive pairing of Jenna Rosetto and Sophia Hauser. And so we're going to have a face-off in the Brookline end here to start the third period. Face-off controlled by Framingham. A pass over to Anderson. Her shot is blocked by the skate of Shayna Chin. Now recovered in the corner by Riley Lackey. Passed ahead to Chin. Chin, a long pass, misses Janowski, and it's recovered by Ava Sullivan. Her pass deflects off the skate of a teammate. Taken for a second by Brookline. Now taken by Chin. Chin gains the blue line. Passes for Janowski. Janowski loses control of it. Now takes it in the corner. Skating against Sullivan. Janowski escapes, finds a pass to a wide open Palmer. Shot just misses, deflected high. Sullivan now controlling it in the corner. It deflects up into the air. Taken by Palmer. Palmer skating in. A pass for Janowski. Shot saved by Franklin. Now a turnaround, a backhand shot stopped again by Franklin. Recovered now by Chin. Pass intercepted. McCall Franklin continues to be a wall. 22 saves now on the day to preserve the shutout. Janowski skating on the counter. It's broken up and taken away by Russo. Russo sends a pass off the boards, but it takes a weird ricochet taken by Palmer. Palmer skating through. Backhand shot is deflected into the air and caught by Franklin. And that right there is just the irony of luck, as it were. As that was a similar kind of deflection to what gave the goal for Framingham, but in a different context, that deflection possibly stops a goal. Russo sends a long pass, misses the target. It's taken by Rosetto and passed back to Hauser as Brookline resets, pass off the boards, and somehow ricochets and offsides. That one could not be controlled cleanly by Olivia Boyd, and so when Izzy Pace tried to take it, it was called as an offsides. Face-off goes back to Russo into open ice, and it's deflected into the corner. Russo takes it, passes ahead, finds her target, and it's sent all the way down the line. No icing call as Rosetto now sends it around the boards. Boyd with it, passes around the back, finds Hauser. Hauser pushes it ahead. Couldn't be controlled by Pace, and so Russo tries to push it ahead. It's taken by Rosetto, who collides with a defender, and now it's pushed across the blue line by Pace. Fells gets there first, now coming out the back. Gets a pass to Yale, who sends it ahead, but it's taken by Diane Lee. Passed over to Lackey. Pass ahead to Boyd. Boyd sends a pass off the mark from Driscoll. It's chased down by Pace. Pace, a backhand pass, is knocked away. Gets past Lee and into the neutral zone. Lee turning around. Sends a pass off the boards, doesn't ricochet right, taken by Coleman. Mackenzie Coleman skating with it, launches it into the Brookline end. Taken by Lee. Lee a long pass, finds target, but Boyd can't skate away from several defenders, and it stays in the Brookline end. But now Pace pushes it into the neutral zone. It's taken by Brooke Anderson, launched into the Brookline end. Recovered by Diane Lee as Framingham makes a full change. Pass ahead, finds B. Palmer. Palmer gains the blue line. Skating against Sullivan. Pass! Oh, almost knocked home, but couldn't get the stick on it cleanly. Wrestled away by Janowski now and pushed to the back. Sullivan with it. Sullivan a long pass, deflects away from everybody. And no icing. They're saying it was deflected. Brookline trying to reset. Intercepted by Anderson, but then taken right back by Palmer. Pass ahead, finds Chin. Chin gains the blue line. She's got Palmer on her left. Tries to pass, but it deflects wrong and is covered up by Franklin. 10:39 left here in the third period. Framingham leads Brookline 1-0. Face-off goes back to Boyd. Boyd trying to fight her way through. A shot from Davis is deflected. Weird scrum around, but now it's passed back to Hauser, sent back in, and Brookline couldn't get a stick on it. Yale sends a pass off the mark, taken by Boyd. Boyd crosses the blue line. Turns around, sends a pass back to Driscoll. Driscoll tries to hand it off, but it's not there. Now off the boards, it's taken by Driscoll, passed back to Lackey. Lackey trying to push it ahead, does on the second chance. Driscoll's pass goes off a skate and into open ice, taken by Lee. Lee tries to send a pass, but it's blocked by Yale. Lee recovers it, pushes it back in, but it's immediately taken away. But whiffed on the attempted clear, and now Brookline takes it back. This is Boyd. Boyd coming in, shot. It's saved by Franklin, and nobody there for the rebound. Cleared out into the neutral zone. It's taken by Lee. Lee sends it up the line, and it's taken by Sullivan. Sullivan gets it tied up in the ref's skates there, I think, as Brookline gains the blue line, but passes off the mark, and it's cleared out. Goes all the way back to the Brookline end. Again, no icing, chased down by Pumala. Mason Pumala trying to skate around traffic. Gets a pass deflected over to Russo, but now Russo's pass deflected away by Palmer. Palmer sends it into the neutral zone, and it's eventually recovered by Fells, passed over to Russo, passed ahead, and now finds Pumala. Pumala gains the blue line. Looking around, gets surrounded quickly by Brookline players. It's poked loose, but then sent down to the back end. Getting there first is Tersoni, trying to sneak around the back. A dangerous pass. Too much traffic, and it's sent away. Now a big long clear, and this one will probably go for icing. No icing, actually. There's been no icing calls on any of these long clears so far this period. As now Framingham starts on the counter. Pass. Pumala had it for a second, but lost it. It's cleared out to the neutral zone, taken by Russo. Alex Russo now passes over. Goes off the stick of Fells. Hauser trying to keep it in the neutral zone. Villa fighting for it for Framingham. Deflects it over. Finds a line mate. Long shot deflects off the skates of Jenna Rosetto. Framingham trying to keep up the attack. Pass misses everybody through the slot. Anderson trying to chase after it. Stolen away. Brookline just trying to get out of there. Long shot from nowhere is saved by Carew Lions. Score remains 1-0. 11 saves so far for Carew Lions. 24 saves for Franklin as she has preserved the shutout so far. Face-off is controlled by Brookline. Pass ahead, finds Gray Davis. Gray Davis trying to outspeed her defender. Davis with it. Shot, saved by Franklin. Framingham takes it away, but cannot quite clear it. Lee keeps it in the attack zone. Now it's pushed into the corner, taken by Driscoll. Driscoll skating around the back, tries to poke it home. Can't do it, pokes it loose, a shot. Still can't find the back of the net. Framingham trying to clear it out, and they get it to the neutral zone. Lee skating with it. Long pass, finds Driscoll. Driscoll gains the blue line. Tries a pass, but not there. It finds Davis off the ricochet. Now Boyd trying to get a pass through. Driscoll trying to get a shot. Cannot quite do it. Too many defenders. Cotta sends it off the boards. And Framingham is going to clear it out. It deflects off the stick of Lee, and that's not going to go for an icing. Cotta is going to get there first. But it's immediately stolen back by Lee. Lee a long pass. Touched over. Now it's Palmer gaining the blue line. One defender to beat. Gets around. Tries to put it home. Saved by Franklin. She sprawled out for that one. Now they blew that play dead. I'm not sure if there's like a penalty call or, I think they're saying the net came off its pole. Face-off controlled by Framingham. Russo skating with it. Sends it along the boards. First to get there is Hauser. Tries to push it into the Framingham end, but it's pushed right back into the neutral zone. Taken by Hauser. Poked away by Cotta. Hauser recovers it. Tries to push it forward, but taken. And now blocked and taken away. Barely gets across the blue line before it's pushed back into the neutral zone. Now Chin skating with it. Taps it ahead for Palmer. Palmer skating with it. Pass back to Janowski. Long shot goes wide. Off the boards. It's pinned to the boards and sent back to the corner where Russo chases it down. Coming out the back. Sends a pass. Ricochets. Pushed ahead, I think, by Steele. And now first to get to the puck is Hauser. Hauser tries to get it ahead. It's pinned to the boards. Loose puck is being chased after by Palmer. Palmer now sends it off the boards. Taken by Sullivan. Shot blocked. Taken by Rosetto. Rosetto coming around the back. Fakes out her defender. Sends a pass ahead to Janowski, who touches it ahead. Palmer now getting around a defender. B. Palmer trying to skate with it, but wrapped up from behind by, I believe, Tersoni. As Framingham now clears it out to the neutral zone. Lackey had it for a second, but now it's taken by Pumala. Pumala gains the blue line. Her shot is blocked and goes wide. Attempted clear is recovered by Anderson. Couple passes and it goes back to Sullivan. Now back over to Anderson. Anderson sending it around the boards. And Off the boards. Boyd tried to take it, but waited a little too long and gets tangled up. It's sent back deep in the Brookline end. Lee now trying to skate out with it. Pass ahead finds Boyd. Now pushed ahead by Driscoll. Caroline Driscoll gaining the blue line. 1-on-2, and she can't get around the defender. I think that was Russo, the last line of defense on that one. As now Brookline trying to poke it loose again. Fighting for it. This is Pace. Pace decides to send a pass back to Lee. Lee, backhanded pass for Lackey off the mark. And Maggie Robinson knocks it loose. But getting to the loose puck first is Caroline Driscoll. Pushed back by Framingham. And this is going to be our first icing of the period. It's been a free-flowing period with not a lot of whistles. And we're already down to the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds before we even know it. Framingham still clinging on to a 1-0 lead despite the 27-12 shot advantage in favor of Brookline. Face-off, controlled by Brookline for a second but poked away. Goes back to Hauser, long shot turned away by Franklin. Chased down by Palmer in the corner. Palmer couldn't keep control of it. It's pinned to the boards and ultimately recovered by Fells. Charlotte Fells skating around the back. Poked at by Gray Davis. She has to send it around the back. B. Palmer the first to get there. She just holds it in the corner. Tries to send it off the boards. And ultimately it's cleared out by Framingham. It's going to go all the way back, but it's not going to go for icing. Instead it's taken by Hauser. Hauser skating with it. They got a bit of an opening during a change. Hauser is going to gain the blue line herself. Keeps skating with it. Still skating with it. Tries a pass. Oh, wasn't quite there. Too many defenders. Hauser stays with it. Tries another pass, but it wasn't there. Now Palmer sends a pass. Oh, that's in! Brookline ties it! Just barely pushed across the line by number 8, Grayson Davis. We are all tied at 1 apiece with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left. Brookline finally finds the back of the net off the stick of Gray Davis, assisted by B. Palmer and Sophia Hauser. Now Brookline trying to go on the attack once again. A long pass from Boyd is taken away as, oh, dangerous chance for Framingham for a second, but Driscoll prevented a potential breakaway. Janowski now with it. Pass ahead, finds Boyd. Boyd gains the blue line. Skating towards the corner. As the PA confirms the stat there, we've now got Carew Lyons coming out of the net to prevent a potential juicy chance for Coleman. She does chase it down in the corner and pass out to Pumala. We've got a game now, folks, all tied at 1 apiece with 2.5 minutes left. This is Tersoni with it now. Gets a pass to Pumala. Pumala trying to wrestle for it. Too many white jerseys in there, and it's cleared out by Brookline. Janowski skating with it. It's poked loose, but right to Driscoll. Now Driscoll trying to skate with it all by herself against the entire Framingham team. She skates around the back, runs out of room behind it, and it's taken away by Tersoni. Tersoni tries to clear, but it goes right to Chaina Chin. Chin tries to push it in, but it's blocked, and now a long clear by Framingham is going to go right to Carew Lyons, so no icing, as it's handed off to Hauser. Hauser's hit is deflected, almost taken by Villa, but now stolen away by Palmer. B. Palmer gaining the blue line, trying to fight her way through, and she can't do it. Too many defenders. The attempted clear is blocked by Rosetto. Long shot is going to go wide. It'll be chased down by Framingham. Another attempted clear. Hauser takes this one. Weird ricochet goes right to Palmer. Palmer, the shot is blocked. Davis chases it down, pokes it over to Palmer. Palmer trying to skate around with it, but it's ripped away from her, cleared out to the neutral zone where it's taken by Rosetto. Pass to Hauser. Just over 1 minute left here in the third period, and we're all tied at 1. Taken around the back by Russo. She turns around, sends it around the boards to an open Maggie Robinson. Robinson kind of whiffs on it, has to try and push it ahead, can't do it. Hauser keeps it in the attack zone, sends it to the corner and around the back. where it's taken by, I believe, Palmer. Palmer, a backhanded pass, nobody there, and it's cleared out by Russo. 40 seconds left here in the third. Hauser with the puck. Tries the clear. Weird deflection taken by Coleman. Stolen away by Palmer. Palmer skating with it. Can't get through the defenders. They block it well. This is Pumala skating with it now. Her pass deflects but finds Coleman. Coleman, long shot saved by Carew Lions. 19.8 seconds left here in regulation. We're all tied at 1. Face-off is controlled by Brookline. Diane Lee trying to get it out of there. It deflects off the official. And it goes back. A long shot by Sullivan, turned away by Carew Lions. Lee again skating with it. Coming around the back. Gets it ahead to Boyd. Pass ahead to Driscoll. And no time left on the clock. That's going to end regulation. We are headed to overtime. We are heading towards a 5-minute overtime period here. 1-1 is the score. Brookline holding the shot advantage for this entire game after a dominant first period. And they outshot Framingham in that third period 9-3 after being outshot 7-6 in the second. But only one of those 9 shots found the back of the net, coming off the stick of Gray Davis, assisted by B. Palmer and Sophia Hauser. Here we go, overtime, 4-on-4, 5 minutes. Who will be the hero here as Brookline controls the opening faceoff, tries to get it through the neutral zone. It gets pinned to the boards and sent back to the Brookline end. Driscoll sends a pass back to Hauser, who sends it back over to Driscoll. Driscoll sends it across, finds Boyd. Boyd skating across the blue line, trying to get around a defender, coming in and runs out of room as it gets sent to the back, and it's cleared out by Russo. Recovered by Rosetto. Long shot goes wide, couldn't be deflected in by Boyd. Chased down by Hauser on the rebound. Hauser loses it. Pumala trying to force it through, but loses her stick. Hauser now sends it around the boards. Framingham now skating on the counterattack. Long pass ahead to Coleman. Coleman couldn't get it to Pumala because she didn't have a stick. Now Shayna Chin skating with it. Gains the blue line on her own. Long shot is blocked. Chases down her own rebound as the switch completes, and she's now got her line mate with her, but it's ripped away by Zoe Yale. Recovered by Lackey. Lackey tries to push it forward, turned away by Franklin. No one was there to deflect. Still a loose stick in the corner from Pumala as Framingham sends it around the boards. Controlled by Shayna Chin. Chin skating through, long shot goes wide. Rebound is chased down, pinned to the boards. It's poked loose, taken by Diane Lee. Shot deflected. Chin tried to push it forward, but it's blocked by Fells. Fells clears it out. Lackey pushes it back into the attack zone, but it's taken again by Fells. Fells skating with it. Still skating with it. Gains the blue line, just launches it to the back end. Tersoni chasing it down off the boards. Tries a pass through, but not there. It's recovered by Lackey, who tries to clear. It squirts into the neutral zone. Chin pushes it forward, but it's pushed back by Anderson, excuse me. Now stolen away. Big chance for Framingham. Shot is blocked and turned away by Carew Lions. Brookline now trying to get it out. They get it out into the neutral zone. Sullivan sends a pass over to Anderson. Anderson sends it to the back. It's chased down by Brookline. I believe that's Lee passing it ahead to Chin, but missing. Long shot from Sullivan is scooped up by Carew Lyons. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left here in the overtime period. We are still tied at 1 apiece. Puck drops. Face-off controlled by Brookline. This is Rosetto. Rosetto has it pinned to the boards, and ultimately the loose puck is taken by Driscoll. Pass is deflected by Coleman, and Boyd slips and falls on the race to the puck. She slips again, and it's taken by Anderson out the back. Anderson sends a long one, chased down by Rosetto. Rosetto sends it off the boards for Driscoll. Driscoll trying to fight with it, but it's ripped away by Pumala. Pumala gains the blue line, skating around, long shot, that's in! Mason Pumala wins it for Framingham. After losing her stick, which is still over in the opposite corner, Mason Pumala came back on for another shift, stole the puck away from Driscoll, and managed to get a shot to the top left corner for the game winner. Framingham takes the win over Brookline in overtime, 2-1. Rounding out the scoring for this one, the first goal came in the second period despite a high volume of shooting from Brookline in the first period. No score through the first. In the second period, Framingham struck first as Zoe Yale scored on a wild deflection off a defenseman's stick that floated over the goalie and into the net, giving Framingham a 1-0 lead. They held that lead through the rest of the period, and it took Brookline until there was about 3 minutes left in the third before they were able to put home the equalizer. That one scored by Gray Davis on a wild scramble around the slot off assists from B. Palmer and Sophia Hauser. Game went into overtime where Mason Pumala scored the game winner for the Flyers as they take this one 2-1. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Again, my name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this after the fact, you can leave your comments in the comments section. Be sure to check out the description section of this video where you can find the contact information for our paying sponsor today, Harvest Wealth Management, for the local charity we spotlighted today, the Brookline Community Foundation. The URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. My email address if you want to contact me directly, jgms88@gmail.com, and a link to my Instagram account where I post highlights from my live streams. But that is going to do it here from Walter Brown Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. 2-1, Framingham wins in overtime. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.